to the entertaining Talkin' Sports.
What is going on, football fans? Back at it with another New York Giants video. And in this video, I am going to talk about New York Giants rookie cornerback DeAndre Baker. Of course, in this year's draft, the New York Giants traded up from 37 to 30 to go up and make this kid the first cornerback drafted in the 2019 draft. I was a big fan of Baker coming out of college, but to this, up until the bye, Baker had proven to be a mistake, at least in his rookie year, by Dave Gettleman. He had ranked to be the worst cornerback in all of football before the bye. And, of course, the story came out about the playbook and how he didn't know the playbook and things of that nature. And I always tried to be fair to Baker because cornerback is a very hard position to learn jumping from college to the pros. The Giants also used him in alignments that he was not used to being played in. He didn't play zone in college at Georgia. He was a press corner, a physical corner, and I think the Giants and Baker have made that adjustment in the second half since the bye. And some of the numbers that came out today per Giants PFF were startling and incredibly encouraging. And it's nice to report a positive story in such a negative season. So maybe DeAndre Baker is starting to turn a corner. Now, I watch the games week in, week out, and it's noticeably different. Baker has definitely played better these last 4 weeks, but when you see these numbers that came out, you're going to be, I think, a little surprised at just how good this guy has played since the bye. Now, before I show you these numbers, let's take it into context, the teams that he has played. He's played the Dolphins. Devontae Parker, though, is a solid receiver. He's played the Bears. I mean, Mitch Trubisky's their quarterback. They don't offer a lot of weapons. He's played the Eagles, who all the receivers were out, and he played the Packers, which, Aaron Rodgers, and, of course, they got some talented wide receivers over there in Davante Adams. So he's had some, I guess at best you could say mediocre opponents to go up against. But regardless, these numbers for a rookie are incredibly encouraging and maybe gives us some hope that this guy could be a number one corner going forward, something that the New York Giants desperately need. But let's take a look at the numbers for DeAndre Baker. Since the bye week, and like I said before the bye week, Baker was ranked the worst corner in all of football. DeAndre Baker has the sixth best coverage grade among all qualified cornerbacks over the last 4 games. In this same time period, quarterbacks targeting Baker are completing just 26.3% of their passes, the lowest percentage targeting any cornerback. That's not just on the Giants, that's the entire NFL. So that's very encouraging stuff for DeAndre Baker, and maybe he has started to change a corner. Before the bye, I believe they were completing over 57%, I think it was. I remember looking at the numbers when I made a video on him. So maybe he's learned the playbook, or maybe the New York Giants are using him in the proper way that can make him succeed. But regardless, I think Baker is showing you enough to think maybe this guy can be a quality starting corner. I'm not going to go as far to say a lockdown corner, but he still potentially could be that. He was the number one corner drafted for a reason, it's not just the Giants that thought that. A lot of teams had him in the top 2 or 3. So the kid definitely has ability. He didn't give up a touchdown in Georgia for his final 2 years of his career in college. So maybe he's starting to blossom. Maybe he's starting to show you some things. He still does not have an interception on the year, but he's batted away a lot of balls the last couple weeks, and he's looked much better in coverage. So very encouraging things out of DeAndre Baker, and I wanted to get this up on the page to show you guys some positive news for the future for the New York Giants, because the present doesn't look so hot right now. Yes, we're coming off a win, but we've got 3 wins. And Baker's in a line of a lot of rookies that are starting to play better in the second half. O'Shane Ximines has 2.5 sacks in his last 2 games. He had 2 sacks before that for the entire year. Dexter Lawrence has just been consistent. He's good every week. Love has been terrific the last 2 or 3 weeks that he's gotten an opportunity. So these are some positive things to look forward to, and maybe the talent is starting to gel. Now, I think a lot of people are still going to want to move on from Betcher. We'll see if the Giants decide to do that. But the defense has definitely played better, specifically the younger players, these last couple weeks. And with Janoris Jenkins gone, they're only going to get more and more opportunities in that secondary. So, got to like what you see from those numbers. To be ranked number 6 overall in the entire league and have the best in terms of completed passes against in all of football, that's very impressive for a rookie. And we're not talking about a small sample size here. 4 games is a quarter of the season. So good stuff there by DeAndre Baker, but let's keep it in context. Let's take it, as a whole. He still has a lot to work on, but he's starting to show Giants fans the promise that this kid has and why we moved back up into the first round to take this kid. So we'll see what we got going forward. But as always, guys, if you liked what you watched, please subscribe, drop a comment, maybe give me a little thumbs up. Cheers.